Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome to El Smart Investor Channel. So today I'll be talking about a penny stock doing in health technology called Chek for colorectal cancer. So I know I lost a lot of you guys at that point with ticker symbol CHEK. So guys, they were literally at 46 cents just 2 days ago, and they popped out at almost $3 today. So I'll let you know why throughout this video. To help you understand this potential investment, I will break down for you the company's profile, technical analysis that I'll do, and my buying strategy. I already purchased this today, by the way, so I'll let you know the details of that shortly. For those new to the channel, I'm a corporate professional, stock investor, real estate investor, and a passionate PC gamer. I now also do YouTube videos to share my knowledge and passion with like minds like yourselves. So that being said, please smash that like button if you like the content today, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification, as that really helps me, guys. So that tremendously goes a long way, especially for those already members. Please take that extra second right now. It helps me and I appreciate it. So thank you very much. And that being said, let's move on. All right, guys. So about the company's profile, okay? So I'm gonna tell you what do they do, okay? So I feel that this is a great cause, okay? They basically want to replace the traditional way of doing colonoscopy, which is a camera that goes inside of intestine. So disclaimer for those who are a bit sensible, you might want to actually skip this one, but it's simply they go through your intestines and they'll go and check your polyps. If they're there, they'll cut it off with those little clippers that you see here, okay? So this is the previous technology. What CheckCap wants to do, it's to insert a capsule that you simply swallow it and it will scan your whole intestines, and then I guess you poop it out afterwards. I didn't mention that in the presentation, but it would be the logical way to think about it. And then afterwards, well, they can know if you have polyps or not, right? So then it's not necessary to put this camera if you don't have polyps to cut it off, right? And it says here that in the US, approximately half of the targeted colorectal cancer, so CRC, don't go and do this test. So there's a lot of people with cancer out there, they don't even know it, right? Until it's too late. And I think a lot of us know people, at least in our surroundings, that have cancer or have had cancer, and it's a nasty, right, disease. So it's definitely not something we want to, right? And we want to increase the level of testing so we can avoid cancer. And while this colonoscopy, right here, the traditional way, takes 25 to 40 minutes, so it's not that bad as a procedure. It is painful from what I've heard. I haven't done it personally. And the preparation lasts 2 days, so there's a lot of procedures that goes into this, as opposed to the capsule, which I'll show it momentarily what it looks like. It's really amazing, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna put a video of their technology because it's gonna speak for itself.
The C-SCAN system consists of 3 elements. C-SCAN Cap is an ingestible, single-use imaging capsule that moves through the gastrointestinal tract utilizing the patient's natural motility. The innovative low-dose X-ray radar imaging technology can see through the gastrointestinal content and scan the unprepped colon. The C-SCAN Cap scans the inner lining of the colon in a 360-degree arc. It records imaging and motility data as it moves along the colon path. The C-SCAN track is comprised of 3 miniaturized patches, continuously tracking and recording capsule data. C-SCAN View is a PC-based workstation. The proprietary software processes data received from the C-SCAN track and constructs 2D and 3D maps of the inner surface of the colon. CheckCap is developing clear paths to commercialization in major markets worldwide, including the US, the European Union, and Israel. With a patient-friendly C-SCAN system, CheckCap has the potential to increase colorectal cancer screening compliance and ultimately reduce the global incidence of this highly preventable disease.
All right, guys, so now that you've seen what it looks like and what it does, which I find personally it's amazing, but with this C-SCAN, I would definitely do this. I mean, who wouldn't, right? It looks pretty easy and not painless, definitely, unless it's bigger than what it seems. But either way, I mean, the studies here, look at this. I just wanted to show you this very quickly. 28 evaluable study subjects. So they did 40 patients, okay? They tested out this on, and very reputable institutions here. So the Mayo Clinic, very known for medicine approvals, and NYU. Primary endpoint achieved no device or test-related serious adverse events. So nothing of secondary effects of people, with big swollen parts, were reported. So this is good news as well. It is it's a small people that they taken, but that's the first step, right? And just so you know, the next step right now is supposedly was December, so we didn't get any news on this, but the FDA needs to approve that it's safe to be introduced to the next step, which is called a pivotal study, which means basically that they'll go from 40 people testing this out to hundreds, anywhere between 200 to 400 people. And that's going to be done this year in 2021, supposedly to their plans. And if that works out well and they get the approvals, they're going to submit that to the FDA for next year, so that's 2022, to be then marketable by end of 2020. If that works, guys, I mean, this company could be worth a lot of money, as you know that cancer, unfortunately, in polyps, and distance is a very, very common thing. So that being said, all patients underwent the study compiled with the procedure and completed a questionnaire after the test, reporting higher satisfaction with C-scan compared to colonoscopy. Obviously, guy, right? I mean, it's a no-brainer. Either a camera, huge like a snake, or a small pill that you swallow, right? And you avoid all this preparation that takes 48 hours before, right? You just need to drink this up whenever the scan needs to be taken place. Agreement between C-scan and colonoscopy in detection of polyps for available patients was consistent with data from post-CE approval study. So what was interesting about this when I read the study itself is that whatever colonoscopy detected when they went the camera in, the C-scan would detect it. So this is good because it demonstrates that it's reliable, right? That it actually detects the same polyps that the colonoscopy would detect, right? If we were to see less polyps in the C-scan as opposed to colonoscopy, that would mean that the C-scan was less reliable. In this case, it's equivalent, so this is very, very good to see. So before I go to the financials, okay, this is something very crucial and important in the area of any innovation technology, right? You need to have patents, okay? And this, if there weren't patents, I would not have put my money in, and I wouldn't put money in the future. Obviously, here what it mentions that the for the C-scan core patents, X-ray capsule medical imaging, the 3D real-time tracking, and so on and so forth, they have patents granted. 42 of them are granted, 3 allowed, and 15 are still pending, okay? So future of those pending is drug delivery capsule, microbiome sampling capsule, and catheter-based X-ray imaging. This is actually pretty cool. It's a new invention as well. So listen, guys, I feel very comfortable with this because they have a lot of patents approved. So this is very comfortable to see. All right, guys. So very short on this one because their financials is not amazing. And there's not a lot of stuff to cover except in a nutshell for the last quarter ending September 30th, 9 months in, they had research and development expenses of $7.2 million. Okay, so they have expenses everywhere. Okay, it's in the $1 million. It's a loss, right? They don't have revenues because they're still pending on this technology. So obviously, if the FDA doesn't approve it, it's pretty bad. This is going to go back to the penny stocks. If they do approve it, I think this could be worth a couple of bucks more, and then we might double our money here or even triple it, right? Very quickly, very fast. Though it's not going to be sold until 2022 or 2023, as there's still steps into that, right? So keep in mind that because a lot of people will get into this thinking that it's going to go to like $50 like immediately this year. It's not, right? Because they're not going to sell this until a few years. So this is an investment for the long term if they do get approved with the FDA. I will not put more money into this if I don't get an approval from FDA. If they don't approve it from whatever reason and it's really bad, definitely I'm pulling my money out of this one, right? So it's a high risk one. I'm not going to say here that everybody should be investing into this. You should definitely do your own research. I'm not a professional advisor here, but I feel that this is actually a pretty interesting one because it will be a new technology that will resolve issues that a lot of people are, it's a common, unfortunate cancer polyps that people have and that they're not doing tests, right? So it's very straightforward, guys. If it does get approved, it's a straight winner, right? So that's why I'm putting my money in. It's worth the risk for sure. So that being said, let's move on to the charts. All right, guys. So Chek cap currently at $2. That's up 38% up today. And like I said, they were approximately like 200% yesterday. So it's been doing amazing. Their lowest in the last 52 weeks was 24 cents basically, and they're currently at almost $3 at the highest peak, right? So that's pretty neat to see. That being said, let's look more specifically into those charts. All right, guys. So like I said, this was a penny stock at 44 cents more or less. In the last 48 hours, it peaked at $3. Since then, people take in profits from here all the way to right here. This is the first support level that it was found at $1.84. So this would be the first probably buy-in for me. I purchased personally, by the way, at $1.90 approximately. So when it fell right here, I purchased it around right here, right? So definitely, if the more ideal position, first one, I think personally, would be at $1.83 if it hits right here again, which could happen if I look at the measurements here, could definitely happen probably post-market or tomorrow, but it could easily go up, back, and destroy that $3 as well, especially we have the news of FDA at any given moment. Okay, so what we need to watch, okay, it's this one right here. The second level would be at $1.63. Definitely right here, it was a resistance level. It went down, which would would be the third level right here at $1.40 that we need to be watching. And from there, it immediately bounced to $3, right? So these are definitely three areas right here that we need to watch. If it dips there, definitely I'll personally consider adding shares. Right here at $1.90, I added a very small amount because I wanted to test out this stock, how it does, so I can follow it. But if it dipped down, especially to right here at $1.63, I'll definitely be considering or one quarter. And then if it dips down to this level at 143, definitely I will add another one quarter or two quarters at this point. Okay, if for any reason this dips, and there's no bad news by the way, it dips down to the $1 level. So anywhere in between, obviously previous, which I don't think is going to go there again unless there's bad, terrible news. But let's say between 68 cents and $1, it's a no-brainer for me. I'm going to definitely load up whole ship right here, okay? So this is, for me personally, a big buy zone, very obviously, okay? So if not 1, 2, 3 or decent positions, but definitely the critical one and more importantly would be right here in this area. In terms of resistance level, well, definitely we need to break the $2.20 followed by $2.34, and then lastly at $2.50 so we can make all-time new highs of breaking that $3 that was the highest peak so far. So I think this is going to be easily broken if there is FDA news. If people want to day trade this, I think this could be interesting. Okay, there's going to be more volume throughout the days as this is getting more noticed. That being said, listen, those are my thoughts. It's a very high risk one, but I'm actually willing, from what I see in the studies, that I'm willing to take that risk. And especially if the FDA approves it, then definitely for me this is a long-term investment that I'll put and then day trade on the side as well. What do you think about this stock? Do you like this that I presented to you? Give me your comments. Do you know anything more about this stock that I don't know, that I didn't cover? There's so much to say, but if there's something else that you'd like to cover as well, let me know in the comments below. That being said, please smash that like button. That really supports me. I really appreciate it, guys. So take that extra second, helps me out. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to not miss any of my videos. So that being said, have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.